Okay. All right, so we're going to go through everything. I'm going to go through everything now in a whole sequence so that I won't need to do it next week because it'll just be kind of more putting it all together. Okay? So let's go through all of our movements. I'm just going to go one at a time and then we'll put them together just like we did in the session today. Okay? So we're going to start with our opening movement, up and down. So we always want to do this because this is really good just to get that feeling. You can do this a whole bunch of times. Okay? Remember also, as I mentioned on here, a couple things. Number one, when you come up, we don't want to lift the shoulders up. We want to keep those shoulders down. Just lift the arms up. You can stop halfway. You can stop here when you're coming up. Just stop here. Notice how my shoulders are staying in neutral position. Coming up, nice and relaxed, and then just place them down. Come up. Okay, I want to keep my hands. So I want to do my lifts with my hands. I want to keep them here and just place them down. So you come up and down, up and down. And then you breathe with it, up and down. And again, you can do this a whole bunch of times. Sometimes if I have nothing to do, I'll just do this movement. Okay, up and down. Again, you want to feel it. Try to feel it with the breath. Feel the relaxation. Okay, up and down. Okay, then the next we go to embrace the tree. Okay, now this embrace the tree, again, we want to keep the knees bent, hands, about maybe 1.5 feet away from the chest. We're not pushing the hips forward, we're keeping it under, back is straight. And now from here, remember, we want to try to see if you can visualize, maybe close your eyes, feel the connection between your fingertips. So when you open and close, you want to feel that you're pulling that energy away, but it's still, the fingertips are still connected. Okay, and then you're bringing it back together. You're pulling them away, feel that energy between the fingertips, and then bring them back again. Okay, and again, you can do this a whole bunch of times just to get that feeling. Sometimes you can close your eyes, feel where you are, feel that connection between the fingertips. Open and close. And then from here, we're going to imagine that there is a circle here. And we're going to turn the hands and then shrink it down. And then we're going to open, circle, and close. Open, we made that circle bigger. And feel as if your hands are on that circle, making contact with it. I don't want my elbow here, I want it right here. Circle. And no matter where I stop, doesn't matter where I stop, my hands are always opposite each other. Always opposite each other. Always opposite each other. Always opposite each other. And then they both come in at the same time. Because if we're on the same circle, you're always going to be connected on that same circle. And then again, you can see, you can visualize this circle here. Circle. Circle. Okay, and then we can take the same thing with our step. Okay, so we're going to step, make that circle, and here. Remember, we're focusing in always on our trunk. So the hands under here, like my belly button's right up here. Hands down here. Okay, this is under, in line with my collarbone. Touch, make that circle. And again, something else you can do whole bunches of times. Just like anything else, the more you do it, the more you'll feel. The more control you'll have with your legs too, which will help strengthen those legs. Try to add the breathing with it. Open, breathe in. Close, breathe out. Open, breathe in. Close, breathe out. Open, breathe in. Close, breathe out. Then we do parting the horse's mane. Now we're going to do it just separate. Now again, remember, when you're doing parting the horse's mane, your hand, your knee, and your foot are all in line. They're not straight, it's always bent a little bit. Hands in front here, in front of the chest. We step back. Remember, the person is in front of us, they're not behind us. So that way you check yourself is when you come out here, you stop, look down, make sure that your knee and your foot are in line. And back and forward. out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And we'll come back to the center. Same thing, turn it around. And we do the same thing on this side. And out. Now I'm coming to the side so you can see. You can go forward, you can step wherever you want. Again, make sure that your hand and foot are in line. So back and forward. And back, forward. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. You do this a bunch of times. Okay, then we're going to step over again because we're changing feet. Turn the hands over and we do brush knee. Okay, move back here a little bit. So we step forward, same thing, and we do brush knee. Again, remember again, we're brushing the knee, so my hand is not behind me, it's always, that's the knees over here. Okay, so then we're going to shift back, circle, and get that idea of both hands working at the same time, because when we do that double block later in the form, we want to make sure that both hands are moving at the same time. We don't want to stop, just circle. Nice circle. And back. So we're making two circles. Circle with this hand, circle the other hand, and we just do this again. Just relax and feel it. Breathe with it. And then we're going to grab the ball, pull it back. We're going to step out, change the weight, turn the hands over, and we do the same thing on this side. Step out and brush knee. Circle. Both hands are in motion the whole time. Both hands are in motion, both hands circling. Both hands circling. Circle. One goes down, one goes back. They're always in motion. Both hands are always in motion. Okay, then we're going to grab that ball, pull it back to the center, step to the center, up, and down. Okay, the next two movements were white crane spreads its wings. Now, white crane spreads its wings. The difference is now, remember, one taps the toes forward here, and the second one is the heel. White crane spreads its wings is the toe, and playing guitar is the heel. Because again, they're two separate movements. From here, this is used as a kick, and the other one is used as a trip. So white crane spreads its wings as the toes. Now the hands in white crane spreads its wings are just like brush knee, where we're brushing that knee that's in front of us. So this hand comes right across, okay? And the other hand is up. So in this position right here, okay? So we're going to step back and out. Step back. We're making the circle bigger and smaller, that's all. We're not changing. Why am I not changing? Because I'm coming back to the same foot. So therefore the same hand is there. And here, and we do this a number of times just to get the feeling of it. Okay? Then we're going to step to the other side, change the weight, and we do the same thing here. Tap the toe forward, come across that knee, and the other one is up here. We step back and up. Step back. Again, all we're doing here is just getting that feel for where the body goes, where the hands go, where the body is. From here. Okay, we're going to step back. Step over, turn the hands over, and then we're going to go brush knee. Playing guitar. Now we're going to touch the heel, and we place the arms in front. So again, I don't want the arms too far forward. This arm is here, okay? Notice that my elbow and my foot are in line. Palm is forward. The bottom hand is in line with my elbow. Okay, so my hand and foot are in line. I don't want to be forward of my foot. Right here, so I look down, my hand's right over my foot. Back hand is right by the elbow. Come back to the ball, place it out. Come back to the ball, place it out. Okay, we're just going to keep doing this. And again, like everything else, repeat the movement. And out. And back, and out. Okay, now we're going to come back to the center, change the weight, turn the hands over. Same thing here now. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. Here, right here. Hand is in line with the foot. Back hand is in line with the elbow. And back, and out. Back, and out. Back and out. Okay, it's all that movement is. And out. Okay, we're going to come back to the center. Bring the hands in. And down. Remember, always have a finish. Okay? So those are the movements that we're doing. So now we're going to do it. I'm going to do it. We'll do it a couple times on one side, and we'll do it a couple times on the other side. Okay. So here we go. So we're going to go up and down. First up, we have the opening movement. Then we have embrace the tree, open, and then we're going to come over to that left leg. I think that's what we did first. No, right leg. Sorry. Let's try again. Right leg. I keep forgetting which is Facebook Live. Up and down. Okay, we're going to open, embrace the tree, open, and we're going to come over to that right side. Okay, so we're going to do parting the horse's mane 3 times. 1, step back. 2, step back. 3. Slight pause on 3. Push forward, half step forward. Shift back. Tap that left foot forward. White crane spreads its wings. Okay, then we're going to bring, remember, we're not doing an L, we're doing like a J, blocking in front of the chest. So we bring it down right across that chest. And notice where my hand is, right here. It doesn't come out here. Bring it down, come right across the chest. Then the same one here, right across the chest for the second one. Come down, and then we know our movement to brush knee. Brush knee. We do this 3 times. Back. 2, circle, 3. And we stop, pause, slight pause, half step forward, shift back, and now playing guitar. Again, right here, playing guitar. Okay? Then we step back, hands centered, and let them float down. Okay? So I'm going to go through this again. I'll describe it, and then I'll do it just visually. Okay, so here we go. Up and down movement. Embrace the tree, open, and into the ball. Parting the horse's mane 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Slight pause, half step forward, shift back, tap the left foot forward, white crane spreads its wings. Okay? Then down. 1 to block, 2 blocks, step forward to brush knee. Brush 3 times. Back, 2, back, 3. Slight pause, half step forward, shift back, playing guitar. Again, right here, playing guitar. Step back, up, and down. Okay? Then you can do up and down again if you want. Repeat it however you want. Okay? So this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to call one more time, no break, and then I'll do it silently. Okay? Here we go. Up and down. Embrace the tree. Open to the ball. Parting the horse's mane. 1, 2, 3. Half step forward, shift back, white crane spreads its wings. 2 blocks, 1, 2, step for brush knee, 3 times. Back, 2, back, 3. Half step forward, shift back, playing guitar. To the center, up, and down. Okay, so I'm going to do it silently now. Here we go. the whole movement. Okay. Now, a couple things I want to go over. When we do our blocks, I mentioned when we do our blocks, coming here, we don't want to come out here, we want to be here. I use the corner here. This you can do a wall, this happens to be a corner, okay, from where I am. You want to be about a foot, maybe just a couple inches more, a foot, 14 inches, whatever away, and you're gonna do these blocks. Because the idea is you're shifting side to side. What you want to do is to not hit the wall. It just kind of gives you an idea of where your hands need to be, but you don't want to be out, here. Okay, we don't want to be out here. We want to be right in front. So when you're coming side to side, that your hands don't touch. Same with cloud hands. I'm coming across here, same position. My hands don't touch the wall. Okay, you want to be nice and close. It's just a way for you to practice it, to get the idea of where you want those hands. Okay, and again, you're just shifting side to side for cloud hands, shifting side to side. Now you can do cloud hands, you can stop it and then go double block. Same thing. You want those hands nice and close to you. Okay, and you can see how these hands work into brush knee. If I step back, I can do this as a drill. Just go side to side. Do as many as you want, or as least little as you want, but when you're ready, so the hands are not stopping. The hands don't stop. Momentum doesn't stop. I just redirect to where it's going, okay? So that's a way you can practice that. The other thing was, okay, so we're gonna do our walk. Now first up, when we're walking, the idea is when we do our movement and we step in, okay, the key in is that the hips move the knee moves the toes. So I place it down. See, I'm not going forward anymore. I'm not bringing my hips forward. That's why I just place it here. Now my hips push forward, push my knee push forward, and once the toes touch, you stop. Okay? Because again, as I mentioned, what some people do is the toes stop, but they keep on going. Okay, you don't want to do that. The key in is that once the toes touch the floor, you stop. Okay, you place it here, hips push the knee. Now, coming back, the hip pulls the knee pulls the toes. Okay, and then just do this movement right here. Just back and forth, hip pushes the knee pushes the toes. Just get the idea so that when your toes touch, you don't want to feel your knee pushing forwards continuously. Once the toes touch, you stop. Toes touch, back, stop. And just keep working this. Okay? Now, to come forward, think of what it feels like when you're standing on one leg. You're placing your weight over your foot. You're not pushing this way. Okay? What you're doing is just placing your weight up. Notice I lift up the back heel and I bring it in. Now this would be just as if I were standing on one leg. Okay, so my leg didn't move, coming up here. So if you want to just get that feeling, just stand on one leg, and that's the position you should be in when you actually move forward. So you shift back, you come forward, stop first, then you shift back, and then you place the weight on top. Again, all the weight's here, so now you can lift this foot up and place the other leg on. And now the same thing here. Hip pushes the knee pushes the toes. Once toes touch, stop. Okay, and then you can check and see where your knee is. Shift backward and forward. And again, just to get this feeling so that you know that when your toes touch, you stop. Just keep working this. Okay? Then when you're ready, you shift back. You now come forward, lifting up the back heel. Again, you're still on this leg. You're not pushing the knee forward. Lift, touch the heel, shift forward, and stop. And you can continue with this. So let me show you a line with a few of these. So you start here, place the heel forward, shift forward, stop. Now you want to stop here so you can check your position. Then you shift back, pull the toes back, kind of like you're going to put your foot back, but you're not. Oh, I'm going to go forward. Now, we rock forward, weight's totally on this foot, feel it centered, Place the other heel out, shift forward, stop. Shift back, again, feel it. All the weight's on the back leg. Then we come forward, rock forward, feel all the weight on that front leg. Lift, touch the heel, shift forward, stop. Always check yourself. Shift back, rock forward, lift, touch the heel, shift forward, stop. Okay? Now, a way sometimes I describe this, let's say you're on a platform about 100 feet up in the air, and that platform is only about, say, 6 inches wide. And from 100 feet up in the air, but it doesn't go from one building to another, it stops halfway. And I ask you to walk across that platform without falling off the end. And you're blindfolded. So you don't know where the end is. Okay, that's the key on it. You're blindfolded. So when you put that foot forward, you don't know if you're at the end or not. What happens if you're at the end and all of a sudden you lean forward, off you go, down 100 feet. What happens if you put your heel down and you feel it, but you push off too far, and let's say the end of the platform, you can feel it with your heel, but what if it only goes to halfway across your foot? You don't know that. But now all of a sudden you push your weight too far, your toes are going down, off you're going to go. So you don't know that. So we want to place the heel down so we know where we are. Place the foot down gently. I know where I am. We shift back, we come forward, we're placing our weight here. We do the same thing here. Am I at the end of the platform? Because if I put my heel forward, there's nothing there, I can pull it back. So I just want to touch it and stop. Okay? So that's kind of gives you a mental image of what you want to try to figure out on. Okay? So that's a form walk. I want you to practice that separate. The other thing I want you to practice on is what we call a Tai Chi walk. Now the Tai Chi walk is very similar. The only difference is we're not stopping here. It's a little shorter of a step, but we're not stopping. So what we're going to do is we're going to place the heel down, but we're immediately just going to transfer the weight. Touch the heel, transfer the weight. And I want you to stop right here. Touch the heel, transfer the weight. Touch the heel, transfer the weight. And the idea is that we don't want to take these big steps, which can hurt the back also. So it's just all you're doing is walking. And when I walk regular, I do this all the time. You can walk slow, you can walk fast. People do this as a meditative walk. Touch the heel, just transfer forward. Hold it. Touch the heel, transfer forward. Touch the heel, transfer forward. And just keep doing this, okay? Work it as best as you can, and as you do it more and more, you'll feel comfortable with it, okay? And the more comfortable you are, the easier it's going to be. So I'm going to do the session, the sequence one more time, but I also want now to show you on the other side, okay? So you get a chance to work both sides while you're away. Here we go. I'm going to do it silently on this. Okay, so now to finish, I'm going to show you on the other side. Practice it when you're ready. Okay, so here we're going to go. Up and down as usual. Embrace the tree. Open, but now we're going to come to the other side to the ball. Parting the horse's mane 3 times. Half step forward. Shift back. White crane. crane spreads its wings. Remember, you're brushing across here. 2 blocks, there's that J, but now it's a backward J. Brush knee. Half step, shift back, playing guitar. Step back to the center, up, and down. Now when you're ready to do that, feel comfortable with it, you work it at your own convenience, but just try to work as much of this as possible, okay? So I hope that helps. And again, I look forward to hearing from you, and if you have any questions, we can always do a quickie kind of a thing, just to kind of review things if you need. I'm always available for questions that you may have, okay? So, virtual hug to you. Have a great season off up north, and be safe. Thank you.